All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call halayim. Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. Right, so I have this article here, man, from MSN.com. All right, I think this is coming from NBC News. All right. It says, U.S. says Iran is sending ballistic missiles to Russia in a dramatic escalation. Yeah. All right. Because, as the time, gets closer and closer to the end, things are going to get ramped up, man. Especially because the, the mark of the beast is already here. Basically, it just has to be made mandatory. All right. And, once the mark of the beast comes, which is the RFID micro C-hip. All right, once that gets put into play, all right, things are gonna move fast. All right, we ain't got too much time here left after that prophecy is fulfilled, man. All right, so it says U.S. says Iran is sending ballistic missiles to Russia in a dramatic escalation. All right, so let's read this article. All right, I want to show y'all what's going on, what's happening, man. All right, so it says Iran has sent short-range ballistic missiles to Russia for its war against Ukraine in a dramatic escalation that will let Moscow strike deeper inside Ukrainian territories, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said Tuesday. All right, and today is Tuesday, all right? It says, as a result of the move, the U.S., Britain, and other European powers plan to impose sanctions on the Iranian state airline. All right, Blinken and his British counterpart David Lammy said at a joint news conference in London. It says, keep reading. It says Russia has now received shipments of these ballistic missiles and will likely use them within weeks in Ukraine against Ukrainians. All right, Blinken told reporters. All right, let's keep reading. It says, although Russia has its own substantial arsenal, Blinken said the supply of Iranian missiles enable Russia to use more of its arsenal to targets that are further from the front line, while dedicating the new missiles it's receiving from Iran for closer range targets. All right. We've warned Iran publicly. We've warned Iran privately. All right. That taking this step would constitute to a dramatic escalation, Blinken said. All right. Dozens of Russian military personnel have been trained in Iran. All right. Yeah. Dozens of Russian military personnel have been trained in Iran to use the THAAD-36 close-range ballistic missile system, which has a maximum range of 75 miles, he said. All right. Iran has already provided armed drones to Russia, helped build a drone factory in Russia to produce the aircraft, and train Russians how to operate them, Blinken said. Says confirmation from Washington that Iran is now arming Russia with sophisticated short-range ballistic missiles will likely increase pressure on the Biden administration to ease restrictions on how Ukraine can use weapons to strike at targets inside Russia. All right. Kiev, all right, has appealed for more flexibility to attack Russian missile launchers deeper inside Russia. All right, the U.S. has shared intelligence about the missile shipments, all right, with partners in recent days, and the allies are planning to inflict significant economic consequences for Tehran's actions, Blinken said, including additional sanctions on Iran Air, the state airline. All right, Iran has denied it is providing missiles to Russia and has called for countries to halt any weapon shipments to either side of the conflict. Russia launched a full-scale invasion on Ukraine in 2022, all right? It says the spread of a false news about the transfer of Iranian weapons to certain countries is aimed at concealing the extensive and illegal Western military support for the genocide in Gaza. Let's read that again. It says the spread of false news about the transfer of Iranian weapons to certain countries is aimed at concealing the extensive and illegal Western military support for the genocide in Gaza. Iranian Foreign Minister spokesperson Nazir Kanani was quoted as saying by the Iranian news agency, all right, ISNA, all right. In Moscow, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said on Monday, not every time information of this kind corresponds to reality. We are developing dialogue with Iran in the most sensitive areas and will continue to do so. All right. So it says, Behnam Ben Teleblu, a senior fellow at the Foundation of Defense of Democracies, a Washington think tank, said Tehran has calculated that it has more to gain than to lose by transferring the weapons to Russia. The big question is now, what did Tehran get in return? Nuclear cooperation, cash, space program assistance, he said. All right. So, yeah, all right. What do the scriptures say? All right, the end is manifest. All right, matter of fact, let's get that. All right, what's that? Second Esdras, man. All right, let's get Second Esdras, the 9th chapter. All right, because we living at that times, man. All the prophecies, all right, are really right in our face. We're living in a time of all these prophecies taking place, man. The end is manifest, man. All right. The end is manifest, bro. We are here, bro. We're living in beautiful times. We're living in serious times. All right. This is Second Esdras, the 9th chapter, the 5th verse. For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it. Look around you. If you know the scriptures, all you have to do is look around you. All right. It's all here. All right, the end is manifest. Prophecy is jumping out the scriptures like crazy, bro. All right, you got the earthquakes. All right, there's over 1,000 earthquakes that happen daily. You have the uproars of the people in the world. All right, like it says here in the 3rd verse, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Yeah, all these prophecies are taking place, man. The earthquakes, the uproars of the people. All right, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. All right, you got the signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars. All right, last year you had 4 super blue moons. 2 of them were in the same month. Earlier this year, April 8th, you had the eclipse. Now there's another eclipse that's getting ready to happen. All right, known as the Ring of Fire eclipse. These are all the signs of the times, man. You know, so things are happening, bro. All right, and the mark of the beast is almost here, bro. It's already here. It just has to be made mandatory, man. To the point where you cannot buy or sell anything, man. And it's going to be made mandatory under the punishment of death, man. And only the elect is going to escape the hour of temptation, man. And Lord willing, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Ratazah, all right? I'm part of the elect. I'm written down in the book of life. Lord willing, man, I get to escape all of these things. The perils, man, you know? So I'm just bringing you this news, man. All right, letting you know what's happening. All right, because that's what a prophet does. He watches and lets the people know what's happening. All right, you know, we watch out. You know, the scriptures say to watch and pray, man. You know, and Lord willing, I could, you know, bring you news every more and more, man. You know. So, with that being said, just want to bring you this news, man. All right. So, you got Iran sending Russia, short range ballistic missiles. I think, you got Russia giving Iran and North Korea nuclear missiles. Because you got North Korea giving Russia ammo, for the war. All right. And then you got, in return, you got Russia giving them nuclear missiles. So, with that being said, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Yahweh Rattazah, this lesson was edifying. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah Rattazah. All right. So I want to say call Halalyum Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. All right, shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans. All right, you are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right, so with that being said, unto the next one, shalom.